what's going on, everybody? Movie Phantom here, and hey, it's Saturday. I'm back with another double feature. Once again, doing the 13 Wolfman's list. He had a huge fucking list for me, but I'm glad he did because I'm getting out a bunch of classics and movies I haven't seen before. We got Nosferatu and the Quatermass Experiment. I don't have it. So yeah, let's get started. We're gonna hit it off with Nosferatu first. Man, okay, it's fucking Dracula. This is like the third fucking Dracula movie I've done in like a month. About a month, 2 months. So yeah, I'm trying to do basically. Let me go back to the beginning, because if I do my review now, it's going to come off more negatively. It's a weird sandwich. It really is. It's a negative sandwich with some positivity in the middle. Or it'd be a positive sandwich. I don't care. It fucking doesn't matter. The very first time I seen this movie was, man, we're talking over 10 years ago. It was the first time I watched this movie. That's when I first started kind of getting into silent cinema and everything. Which even then, I didn't really jump into it. Like, I kind of watched a couple here and there, and that was it. And then recently, I've been really getting hardcore into the old silent cinema. But at the time, I'm going through there, and I was at. Anybody remember Sam Goody's? I think they're completely shut down. Like, I know ours shut down, but I think they shut down completely. Well, anyway, I used to go to Sam Goody's all the time and get my DVDs. And I'm going through there, and I should have brought it out instead of this one, but. They had a 2-pack. It was Nosferatu and the original Phantom of the Opera. Now, I really had no desire to see Phantom of the Opera, and I wanted to see Nosferatu. And, because, I mean, this is an iconic look. Like, even before I even seen this movie, I knew, like, this was the original Dracula, you know? And I love that look. Like, to me, that's my favorite, most distinctive look of Dracula, is that rat-faced, bald, big-eared fucking vampire. There was an episode of, Are You Afraid of the Dark? They had a, it was like the vampire was like, I can't remember, I haven't seen it in such a long time, so I'm not sure if they actually used the actual footage of this or they just recreated it. Either way, Nosferatu comes out of the screen, you know, Count Orlok comes out of the screen and then terrorizes the cinema or whatever. It's a really good episode, like, it's a fucking awesome episode. Well, anyway, so, I mean, I've always knew, like, this was, that first thing. So, I bought that 2-pack, and watched Nosferatu and just bored shitless of it. Like, literally just could not get into it on any level. And I attribute this to what I said before, my previous Dracula, things, is that Dracula is one of those, like, stories that I've seen hundreds of times. Like, 100 different versions of Dracula. I've seen most of them. And so, you watch it, and when it's just a straightforward retelling, you're just kind of like, what the fuck, another one? Like, you already know how it's going to end, and you just don't care. And I was younger, so I didn't really try to take in, like, the technical aspects of this film or anything like that. I was just like, oh, I'm bored. Side story is, I watched Phantom of the Opera and fucking loved it. Like, that's my favorite version throughout. So, it kind of worked out both ways. Well, I decided to give Nosferatu another chance, and came across this version of it, and this has, like, a different score to it. Like, it's a goth synth metal industrial fucking score, which, whatever. And I rewatched it the second time with a different score. I ain't gonna lie, the score was just garbage. I didn't really care about the score. Sorry, whoever did the score. I'm not gonna. Who did the score? No. Roz Williams of Christian Death. So there you go. Sorry, Roz, your score sucked. Anyways, but no, I watched it for a second time, and bad score aside, I definitely dug it a lot more. I was like, okay, I definitely liked, giving it its credit from, being that old or whatever the case may be. And I was like, it's not bad. It's really not that bad. And then I rewatched it over this past week because I was going to review it this weekend after reviewing 2 Dracula movies already, being the first Dracula and Bram Stoker's Dracula. And, yeah, I'm just Dracula'd out, so I feel like this is going to be kind of a skewed in a sense, so I'm doing my best to try to, like, not just shit on it, but, so yeah, I watched it, and it was one of those things where, here's my review. Once again, if you've seen any fucking Dracula, this is fucking Dracula. It's the same story, it really is. One thing I do like about this one, it does seem like this is one of the few that they spend more time, and I didn't realize it until just recently, my third time watching it, I'm just now catching on, I guess, that they spend more time on the ship, and I like that. Because that's one thing you rarely see in any adaptation of Dracula. It just seems like once he gets on the, once they load the coffin on the ship, it just sets sails to whatever, and then that's it. And of course, it always shows up emptied, and they're like, oh my god. Usually, you get the last end of it, like in the 31 Dracula. You see, Renfield down there in the hole, and he's all fucking psychotic and everything. But the rest of the ship is just, everybody vanished. And but this is the one where it kind of does follow along with that, more of that, and I definitely like that. I thought that was really cool. Once again, his look is very iconic. There were certain things that did kind of bug me about this. I thought a lot of the acting, which I know it's silent, and they always overact, but I thought it was more so in this one. Like, I don't know, the main guy, Jonathan Harker. That's one thing too, I will say, and I don't remember because it's been while I've seen both of these, but yeah, I don't remember. I just remember like when I first heard the name Count Orlok, I didn't know what the fuck that was, and everybody's like, well, it's Nosferatu. They couldn't use the Dracula because it was Dracula, and they didn't have the rights to the book, and they had to change the names and everything. However, on my version over there, and it's Dracula. It says Dracula. Like all the names are intact. Jonathan Harker and Renfield and all that shit. So it's just like it's very odd. Like I was like, what the fuck? So I don't know if this version is like that or not. But in that one, yeah, it still says Dracula. It still says Jonathan Harker, Van Helsing, all that shit. All those names are still intact. But I thought it was very interesting because I always remember hearing like, no, this is Count Orlok. It's called Dracula in that one. So I don't know if it's just my print or what. I'm not sure about this one. I haven't watched this since the first time I watched it. I didn't really pay attention, so I don't know if they call him. On the back it says Dracula. They refer to him as Count Dracula, but yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so I'm just gonna skip the Orlok and just go right to Dracula because we all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, the guy who plays Jonathan Harker. He just seems like such an ass clown. Like, this is the one version where it just seems like I don't like Jonathan Harker. I mean, I don't know. I kind of bashed him when he was Keanu Reeves a little bit. But here, it's comical. Like, clearly his girl does not want him to leave. His girl loves it. And he is just, like, so like, hey, I got another job. I got to go, I got to head to Transylvania. And, like, the girl's clearly just upset. He's just like, it'll be great. And he goes off her, I love you, honey. And, and then she just has, like, this really frumpy, like, I'm sad. And he's just like, it's okay, because I'm going to, got a new job. I'm going to go over there. It's just like, I don't know. It was just, I found myself laughing at it more than actually, taking it seriously and trying to watch the movie. Another thing was that I thought was brilliant. I mean, because it is like, I don't know. Dracula didn't, hire movers in this movie. The scene where the ship comes back to the shore and he sneaks off with his coffin. He literally takes the coffin like under his hand and he just walks through town with his coffin. Like he is literally just like, and it's like it's nighttime. I get that, and I'm gonna assume it's dead night. But I'm like, there's still people fucking walking around. No one sees him, and he literally, and it's not just like one scene. Like they cut back to like, other people doing other shit. Like. You got Renfield, like, he's arrived, and you got, everybody else, like, doing their thing or whatever. And it would just cut back, like, 3 or 4 different times to Dracula carrying his coffin. It was the most comic, and I know, like, I get it, like, they're like, well, I don't know. It was funny to me, and I'm just like, I want to see that in a modern-day adaptation. Like, fuck having, like, movers bring the crates to the house or whatever. Now, I just want to see Dracula get off the plane, hoist up his fucking coffin, and start walking with it. I don't know. I thought that was just funny as shit to me. Now, I've never actually read Bram Stoker's Dracula, the book. But I'm told, like, he doesn't burst into flames. Like, this is the first time that we do the whole sunlight kills Dracula. But it became a staple in the vampire lore. And I thought that was kind of interesting, too, because I was just like, wow, Like, literally, they're just like, we need to wrap this up, How can we wrap it up? Well, we'll just fucking have the sunlight kill him. Which, I mean, it does make more sense. It's like, if he sleeps all day, then it's like, he's a creature of night. I don't know. I prefer the whole, I like that modern kind of, like, our take on vampires right now. I mean, I like sunlight killing my vampires. I don't want them fucking sparkling or any of that fucking faggy bullshit. So, I do prefer that. So, I mean, I guess in a way, we are all, in debt to Nosferatu for introducing that to the vampire lore. I recommend it. Just because I do think everybody needs to see, the origins, if you will. I don't know if this is the very first vampire movie. I feel like there was maybe one more before this, but I could be wrong. And if I am, let me know in the comments below. But this is the earliest one I can think of right now, like a legit, actual vampire movie. But no, I mean, it's not bad. It really isn't. It's just not one of those movies that I think it gets definitely more praise. I mean, don't get me wrong. The look of the film is great when they're out. I mean, because they're actually, I believe, like all the outside scenes are actually shot outside. Like there wasn't no sets. It was like actually them on the mountainside or whatever. And I think that's really cool. I definitely dig that. I mean, it definitely, it looks great. Like as far as the look goes for its time, 1922, it looks great. But at the same time, if you've already seen a million Draculas, it's not going to add anything new to it. You know what I mean? Like you already know the story, and like I said, it comes to a point where I was just kind of picking out the goofy flaws, which I don't know. I always felt like and most of the Draculas, not just this one, not going to single this one out, but most of them, they just kind of they felt very anticlimactic to me. Like literally, it was building up to like, oh shit, we gotta get Dracula. And they all rush to go get him, and then like he just dies. Like whether if it's just like off-screen staking, like in 31, or the whiny ass death he had in Bram Stoker's, or in this one where it's like literally like they're like all the guys are rushing around like where's he at, everything like that. And he's in Nina or Mina. Is it Nina or Mina? I don't know. In this one they call it Mina with an M, which I thought was very odd. And then I heard Nina in another one, so I don't know what the fuck her name was. The Harker's old lady. But, he's fucking biting her and draining her. And then, oh no, the sun! It's like, really? You don't know? You have been around for however many thousands of years and you just have to forget the sun was coming out? Fuck off. Probably should have carried his coffin with him. Anyway. So yeah, I just felt like, but it's whatever. It's 1922. I'm not going to bash it too hard. Definitely check it out. I recommend it. But once again, if you're not a fan of silent movies, you'll probably be bored by this. And once again, if you've seen a shitload of Draculas, I don't know. I just find myself every time I watch another person's take on a Dracula thing, I just feel like I'm bored with them. It's like I've already know the fucking story. Like, change it up for me. Just change it up one fucking time. That's all I ask. All right, so that's it. That's Nosferatu. Now we're moving on to the Quatermass Experiment. Which basically a ship comes back. They did an experiment. Took 3 astronauts out to outer space. They come back, 2 disappear, and 1 has some kind of virus in him, or whatever the case may be. Now, I didn't know anything about this at all, so I did a little bit of research before, because I knew there was a shitload of these movies out there. And it turns out they were all based on initially there was a TV series. And then it was kind of remade, kind of sequel here in this movie right here. They just kind of continued it, or whatever the case may be. I've never seen the show. I've never seen any of them. This is the first movie I've ever seen as far as this. But I know this movie is like a big influence with John Carpenter. Like he always talks about how this is like one of his favorite movies, period. And you can tell, I mean, it kind of has a fang feel to it too. So I was definitely like, all right, here we go. Let's do this. And I don't know who like the good guy's supposed to be, like, because the Quatermass Experiment, and I'm like, all right, are we going with Dr. Quatermass here? Are we going to be on his side? And it just seems like I don't want to root for him because he just seems like an asshole. But I'm not sure if you're supposed to or not. That's the thing. Like I don't know. I mean, is he supposed to be the hero of the story, or is he not? Because he does this underhanded scientific thing. He sends these 3 guys out to space. They come back. And so I'm like, okay, I'm getting the benefit of the doubt, all mad scientists or whatever, they go a little too far. Let me get back to my reason I don't like it, because I don't want to jump to the very end. And like, the ending was what turned me against you completely. I was like, what the fuck? But the cops are, they're trying to help him out, and they're trying to help each other out, and it's just like, I don't know. No one, like the cops don't really want to work with him. They begrudgingly do, and he don't really work with the cops, but he kind of does anyway, so it's just kind of this weird, like, I don't know. I found the movie to be very boring starting off. I mean, there's a lot going on. It was just like, I didn't care. I was just like, oh, can we just kind of get to the point? And I may have been a bad movie. I don't know, but I'm just like, let's get to it. Let's wrap this shit up. Let's get down to it. It does pick up, and I did enjoy, like, once the film gets going, like, once you realize what's going on, that, this other guy, the last guy who came back, he does, in fact, have the virus in him. But I don't quite understand, like, is he just dropping seeds off everywhere? Because, I mean, they keep finding, like, different pieces of the organism. Like, at one point, like, they get captured and they got in a little rat cage. I'm like, well, how'd that part even get off of him? Like, did I miss something? Did they shoot it off of him? Or what? I don't know. But either way, but I do like that. Because, I mean, it literally starts eating the rat. It starts getting bigger and bigger. and it has a really good finale where they basically when the guy kind of turns into this big, almost like the Thing, like when he like at the end of the Thing, the Carpenter version, where it's just like a big fucking, I don't want to say blobby mess, but it's a mess. Like it's just a huge like tentacled mess or whatever. That's what this is, and they're actually shooting this live television show, and it shows up there, and they have to like shut down the production, but he's up there like on the catwalk or whatever. Really cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was really great. Spoiler alert, it's in 1955, so I'm gonna spoil it. They kill it. He fucking zaps it, electrocutes it, or whatever. But then at the end, like he walks away, and the guy's like, "Well, what are you doing now?" He's like, "Oh, we're gonna do it again." It's like, wait, what? I don't know what the experiment was for anyway. Were they just trying to do like space travel? Is that the whole thing? Like, what was the point of the experiment? And he's like, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna keep trying until we get it right. It's like, are you fucking for real? Like, you literally this monster came down, killed numerous people, and you're just like, we're gonna do it again. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I said, it's based on TV series. Maybe it would explain more, like the method behind his madness. But he literally was just like, just do it again. Just we're gonna do it again. What? 3 fucking people died. 3 innocent people died. Fucking who cares? More people died after that. Who cares? We're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again until we get it right. I don't know. I am kind of curious to see, like, I want to see the next, I mean, there's like, I don't know how many movies. Once again, I looked on IMDb, so I'm not sure, like, how many are actually sequels and how many are just, like, reboots or remakes or spin-offs or whatever. But I know the second one's, like, it's called Quatermass 2, I think is what it's called. So I definitely want to check it out. I don't know. Like I said, the movie itself, I mean, I'm giving it, like, in the middle. It was okay. Like, it wasn't anything great, but at the same time, it wasn't awful either. Like I say, it was a little slow getting to it, but once it actually got going, like once we realized that this thing is dangerous, like when because there's a scene where the guy he's still infected, but he's alive and he's in the hospital, and his wife or girlfriend sends like this PI in there to a game, bring him out. From that point on, it really does pick up and it gets a lot better. But if you can just get to that point, because I just thought the whole before that was just really boring. It did have, and I think I read this after I watched the movie, but they were going for like a very like realistic documentary feel, and it does kind of almost have a documentary, like the camera movements and just the static camera shots of them talking. I mean, it just had a very like, I don't know, you were like a fly on the wall with a lot of this. And I thought that was kind of interesting too. I thought that was really neat. But yeah, overall, I don't know. There's really just no characters I cared about because Quatermass just seemed like an ass, or Quatermass looked like an asshole, or seemed like an asshole. And yeah, I don't know. Like I say, it wasn't the worst thing, but it wasn't the best thing either. So I'm shooting right there in the middle. It's kind of both of them are just kind of in the middle for me because I'm just like, I will respect what they have given back to the horror community, but at the same time, it's like I can't see myself really rewatching either one of them. I would probably rewatch this before I will the Quatermass Experiment, but. So yeah, that's my review. I'd say check them both out, I guess, if you come across it. I found that Quatermass on YouTube, actually, so yeah, there you go. I'm sure you can find this YouTube or like the internet or the archive, Internet Archive.org or whatever. You can probably find this shit on there. I've been watching a lot of my silent horror lately. I've been going there and just going through their shit, so yeah, Nosferatu, the Quatermass Experiment. You got any comments about either one of these? Drop them down below. Other than that, I'm out of here.